All right, hello, and welcome back to another rating adventure. It is Mason 157, and here we go. So you'll notice on the back of my chopper, I managed to pick up another infected chest, and I am planning on doing something special with that. For those of you who regularly follow my videos, you know what that is. So, so this raid is just like pretty much any other revenge raid. There's always good things to grab. It's pretty open. And so there isn't a lot I can do to fully rate it, but I get almost all of it. So you'll notice on the ATV here that for those of you on Discord or Facebook or whatever, there's a test on there. And the test is pretty ridiculous. Um, I'm sure there are a small handful of really hardcore players that actually know all this stuff off the top of their head. Just for fun, I pulled it up on my computer and I'm gonna go through it with you while this raid's going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop into here and take a look. But I'll start with the questions here. So what does recycling a lock and key give you? You could know that one. Um, I haven't looked any of this stuff up, so I'm gonna give you what I think. I think it's scrap metal and iron. So I got some ATV gas tanks are pretty good. The wheels are also, I believe, about the same for the recycler. I'm getting to the point where I have so much stuff for the recycler right now. It's crazy. I mean, you get it. You collect things way faster than you actually can put it in there. Some junk in there. Yeah, let's check out this one real quick. And take care of my first wave. So that one had a couple of good items for the recycler. Always batteries, cell phones, flash drives. That's really the really good stuff as far as I'm concerned, just as far as copper and circuits. Okay, so question number 2. In which update were the emotes for dogs with true friend skill were added? I have no idea. Not a clue. 1.81, 1.8, 1.79, 1.83. Just randomly say it's 1.7, 1.8.1. There you go. How long does it take to refine a stack of aluminum bars? I haven't done that in 100 years, so I'll guess 10 hours. What are the material required to complete phase 2 of ATV? Also something I have not looked at in forever. I put everything in there except my engine parts and the gas tank that doesn't, the transmission that doesn't exist yet. So does anybody actually know whether it's 120 or 140 or 250 or 150? I mean, you can kind of guess by the way they set up the question a little bit here, but set up the answers, but I don't have a clue. How many turrets can you destroy before bunker resets in 2 days' time? Well, that one's not that hard. I mean, I think most people can figure that out. It's 8 per mode, so it's 16 total. There's 8 in easy mode, 8 in hard mode. How many floater bloaters are there on second floor of Bunker Alpha? That's also one that, yeah, I mean, you should be able to just count in your head, and I believe that's 6. Thought about it a couple times. I'm pretty sure that's 6. On floor 2 of the bunker, there's a zombie horde present after the corridor in the start. How many zombies are present in that horde? Now, I should know this one. This is the only one I feel like I should know and I don't know. 8, 7, 6, or 9. I would guess that there's 8, but I don't know. I mean, how many times have I killed those guys? Like I don't usually keep track of things like that in my head. So, what does recycling lamp give you? I would guess copper bar, scrap metal, and iron bar. There's also fabric, scrap metal, copper, wire, scrap metal, thick fabric, and copper bar iron. So I'm going to go with copper bar, scrap metal, and iron bar. And what materials are needed to craft a first aid kit? Well, that one's pretty easy. That's an alcohol and 3 bandages. So, I mean, Some of these are really not that hard, and other ones are just like, who would know that kind of thing. So I'm not even going to bother submitting and doing this. I am a little curious what the other ones are, but maybe I'll just guess real quick here. Let me just do it. I popped this up on my phone earlier and started looking at it, and then I backed out before the timer was up, and it's letting me do it again on the computer, so I don't know. Sure, sure, sure. How many floater bloaters? 6. On floor 2, let's go that, that, and that. I'm sure I got several of those wrong. And then I gotta enter my Discord link, which is chunky beef number, what am I, 3809, I believe. Might have did that wrong too. Who knows? Oh, whatever. I scored 5 out of 9. Pretty cruddy. All right, whatever. All right, so I just died. Going back to my base, and so the gas was nice. I went ahead and got fully geared up for this, just in case I decided to do anything crazy, which I'm not going to. And let's see. Put the gas away, and I'm back. So somebody was commenting about how everything in these raids is just randomly placed in the chests, and that's completely not true. You'll notice the tanning racks right there. And here is, what do you know, leather and rope. And earlier I popped open the chest next to the metalworking bench, and there was all the processed metals. There were nails, iron plate, steel plate. And next to the wood bench here, there's wood, and the oak is in the other one. So you'll see me popping those open in a little bit, but items are not random. If you see somebody that it looks random, there's probably just because they're super messy and disorganized, and I've been there 100 times. So it's like I dump things in chests when I'm in a hurry, and I try really hard to stay organized. The game gets pretty difficult if you're not organized. So and I also make a pretty critical mistake here that I think it probably already happened, but when you leave your body, if you leave your body and you decide to take everything out of it, you can no longer access your body, which I kind of already knew, but I usually have a backpack in there, and I always forget, and I take that out at the end. So I screwed up by taking out my backpack, and then that means you can no longer just ditch a bunch of goodies in there, run the big one off the screen. So make sure you always leave something in your body, or you'll lose that ability. So here we go again on my skill, and for the 3rd time in a row, or is this the 4th? I don't know. I keep getting that Explorer experience. Fortunately, pretty much every raid you get a new skill, so it's not so bad to keep getting that. So cell phones and red tickets, some more med kits. You know, you never know with something far away. It's not next to any workbenches, so what could be in here? Well, crowbars. Does that mean there's weapons down here? Could there be a chest full of guns? Nothing there. So at this point, my noise is getting high, and I'm deciding that I want to maybe just take a chance and get some oak out of one of those chests. So here I am realizing, oh, I can't use my body. No! This is the time right here, right before you call the big one, where you go dump everything that you found in your body and make room to pick the rest of the base clean. So I screwed up right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and load this up. Trying to get a little organized. And just double checking everything. Nothing in there. I mean, a lot of this stuff, like these things right here are, you know, good things to throw in your recycler, but I am just drowning in stuff already, and it's only going to get worse. So there's just not enough time, and I can't monitor the game every half an hour to keep throwing something in there, and that's just not going to happen. So I'll put my armor back on. And I'm working on a full trunk of blue tape right now. Blue tape's always something you want to have. You use it for a lot of things. And grabbing some iron plates. Just double checking everything real quick before I call the big one. I would have taken that wood, but it wasn't a full stack. So I'm going to go ahead and take these. It's always easy to get that kind of stuff from a revenge raid. Transmitter could be a circuit. Basically every 20 of those should be a circuit. I think it's 5% for that. All right, so I'm kind of deciding to go for the wood. At least these two chests are kind of right next to each other, so I figure one of them has oak in it because almost every base has a little bit of oak. And there's just the regular wood. And didn't quite have enough time to check there. So I'm going to go ahead and run off the screen and come back in, and unfortunately I forgot to unpause it, and I did pop open that other chest and there was some oak. So now I'm just going to go ahead and wall glitch the big one so I can kill the abominations for the experience. So that just takes me a second here to lose him a little bit. And I just decided to go for it. Alright. So that's it for the raid. And I'm just going to run back to my base real quick and show you what I got. And that's going to be it. I'll be seeing you guys on the next one soon. Not a great raid, but that's all good, decent stuff. So see you on the next one.